Sorry, is your name Dustin?
Yes.
I'm going to take a picture of your camp if you don't mind.
Not
My
a
wife
problem
loves
at
your YouTube channel.
Cool. Here, I'll give you a sticker.
Oh, thanks.
Here we go. First ferry crossing in the new rig. I've been informed I have to back on with the trailer. Gonna be interesting. Oh, wow. First try, I'll be honest, I was quite nervous about that. Ever since I was a kid, all I wanted to be was an explorer. Sail the 7 seas, find new worlds.
Uncle D, we've been over this.
Over what?
Everything's already been found.
Oh, man! Well, so much for that. But if I can't be an explorer, I can still be an adventurer. So I built a rig and we're hitting the open road. My name is Dustin Porter, and this is Destination Adventure. Once again, we find ourselves in my home away from home, the beautiful Prince Rupert, but this time only to board the ferry to Haida Gwaii, a dream location that even few locals get the chance to visit. Separated from the mainland by approximately 100 kilometers, the only way to get to Haida Gwaii is a flight out of Vancouver or taking the ferry across the notoriously treacherous Agate Strait. With a population just over 4,000, the archipelago is rich in culture and history. The perfect location for destination adventure. Rolling into Haida Gwaii, home for the next month. Ferry was just under 7 hours, and I can drive straight off. I don't have to back off. I would like to officially welcome you to Haida Gwaii.
We're like one big family on the island. We always come together and support each other's. And it's like everybody's family on Haida Gwaii. I grew up as it being Queen Charlotte Islands and Queen Charlotte City. Bringing the Haida names back is almost going back in time where it should have been.
The metropolitan world is controlling what happens with nature in our community. We need fish from your community, we need lumber, we need all this other stuff, But when it comes down to supporting survival of this, everybody's saying, oh, we had an 8% in grocery cost in the big city of Vancouver. While up here we're suffering 30, sometimes 40, 50%.
Yeah, I spend most of my downtime down in Guayhones. It's beautiful. It's really untouched now. And you go into a village and it's got, like Skadance has got the mortuary poles. There's quite a few still standing. Tanu's got the house remains. And it's full of beautiful mosses, different kinds of moss. And it's just magical in there.
I think we could have did a lot better if we capitalized on all the logging roads and made access to places like the West Coast for tourism, if we want to go that way. you know, let's do it. Let's make it good. Let's make it so the people that come enjoy it and spend their money here and support our communities. It'd be really great to have that. You know, we don't have enough to offer. And then when it comes down to, you know, people come here and they figure they could drive down to the park.
Haida Gwaii is made up of two main islands. You have Graham Island in the north and Moresby in the south. As Chief Roy had touched on a little bit, our biggest challenge during this visit is going to be accessibility. There's really only one paved road. It runs from former Queen Charlotte City, Dajingits, up to Masset in the north. But if you take a closer look, there's quite an extensive network of Forest Service roads and old logging roads. That's where our focus is mainly going to lie. I also have the boat, which is going to open up a lot of doors for accessibility, but the west coast of Queen Charlotte Islands is open ocean all the way to Japan, so we really need to work around good weather days just for safety. I'm here on the island for a month, so I'm going to try and cover as much as I can, from arts and culture to the lost and forgotten. This season I've done mostly remote solo travel, so I'm really looking forward to sitting down and learning a bit about the arts. So our first trip is going to be to North Island, heading to Masset. Stop number one. Bit of a tourist spot, but I gotta see it. It's called Balance Rock. Just balancing on there.
Pretty cool though, just balancing on that one section right there.
There you have it. Stop number one. Check it off the list. Balance Rock. My focus is far more on the not touristy stuff, but I still want to see everything while I'm here. So we're making the trip in, checking out the Pasuta Shipwreck. Well, if I knew there was a road, I would have just taken the truck. Breaking the beach speed record. Remarkable discovery. Look at that. If you ever wondered where water came from, well, now you know. Right there. Remarkable discovery. Land-dwelling jellyfish. ×2. Yeah. Might be poisonous. There we are, the old Pasuta. This was 264 feet long. It was a cargo carrier. Ran aground here in 1928.
last century has not been kind to her. Very cool though. You can see this is the starboard side of the bow. Imagine this whole ship sitting along on its side right there. Crazy. After it beached, all the locals came and took the cargo, used it for building. So it must have been carrying wood or something like that. Held together by these steel stakes and then wooden dowels. Here's a better look. Here, actually you can see the doweling going right through. Very cool. Well, there you have it, the old Pasuta. Found a much nicer route. Comes right along the riv instead of going through the forest. And I just ran into a fisherwoman who said that there's pretty good fishing in here right now. Might have to give it a whirl. This route was a huge mistake. Just loving it. This second route has been a friggin' dumpster fire, and that's being generous. Look at this place I found. Yeah, it's beautiful in here. I think my favorite thing about Haida Gwaii so far has been the forests. These coastal rainforests are just beautiful, totally untouched out here. I'm excited to get off the beaten path, but I think we should do some fishing. Well, I have zero interest in doing that trail again, so we're taking the truck as far as we can, and then the bike. We're there. Got an assortment of lures, a net, and everyone's favorite, the ditch rod. Not sure what's in this mud that I'm covered in, but it friggin' stinks. What's the verdict? Is this net gonna end up in a tire? I have a sneaking suspicion that it just might, but we're gonna risk it. Yep. Classic case of net stuck in the tire. Yeah, this is it right here. Fish Town, front and center. I'm tossing a orange kitamat. Just gonna slay him. This is the one, I can feel it. Oh. Duffed it. I've learned that all these salmon that are jumping are pinks. And apparently you don't want pinks. Just learning all this salmon stuff. Absolute rocket ship. This one's going to the moon. Hindsight being 2020, should have brought some rubber boots. Probability of success is not looking great. That's one lure donated to the Riv. 0 fish caught. And at 12 bucks a lure, I'm hoping that doesn't become a pattern. Can you believe it? Friggin' bird's nest. Everyone talks about fish in the sandbars, but I'm having a ton of luck over here at the salad bar. No fish, but tons of greenery. All right, changing places. If you're curious how to break a camera, a tripod, and a fishing pole all at the same time, keep watching. Oh, the shoulder muscles are burning. Found a way better spot though. What I like most about this lure, guaranteed catch, first cast, every time. Another friggin' bird's nest. That's it, it's official. Salmon have all gone south for the winter. 2 hours of casting, 0 action. We got places to be. Here we go. Nice folks here in Haida Gwaii, but just slow pokes on the road. Been tailgating this guy for like 20 minutes. Let's cheese it. Finally off of the pavement, which feels nice. We're heading to the famous Agate Beach and Toe Hill, which I think is the same as North Beach, but I've been told it's a necessity if you're coming to Haida Gwaii. I'll be honest, I haven't really enjoyed the main highway. There's not a whole lot to see, but where we are right now, this is beautiful. Kind of just meandering through the cedar trees. It's very nice. Here we are, Agate Beach. The tourist season is pretty much over, so shouldn't have too much difficulty finding a spot. Camp is set up, sun's going down. It's glorious, you guys gotta see it. Slightly busier than I would prefer, but it is the most popular beach on Haida Gwaii, so what do you expect? Look at all these agates. Wow. Guess that's why they call it Agate Beach. It sure is beautiful. And that's Toe Hill. There's the campground. Hey there, welcome to Expedition Kitchen with yours truly, Chef Mick. Come with me, I'd like to show you my mussels. Ooh, it's a big one. Saying that I took away your peace. Drowning by yourself, now you wanna blame me. What? Mac, what are you doing here? Oh, it was nothing. It was not like something weird or anything. It didn't look like nothing. Yeah, I was just preparing. I've got a thing later. I was just prepping for it. It's coming up pretty quick, actually. I should probably start making my way there. No worries. Do what you gotta do. Alrighty then. Welcome to another episode of the Moho Cooking Show, everybody. Super stoked about this one because we're back at the ocean foraging again. And this meal is kind of a staple in my diet because it's healthy, it's quick, it's easy. You can make it a ton of different ways, but I've never met somebody else that does it, other than in other cultures. Emmy taught me this when she was visiting from Japan over the holidays. Today we're making DIY sushi. And we're making it with mussels. I got very lucky. Last night, a whole bunch of bullwhip kelp washed up on the beach, and within the holdfast was a bunch of these great big mussels. These are California mussels. We're not in California, that's just what they're called. It's the biggest I have ever seen. I picked a bunch of these things and verified that they're alive and healthy. I let them sit and spit for quite a while, so they should be sand free. The hardest part of this has been cleaning them. They come off the holdfast looking like this, just covered in junk. So it takes a long time to get that clean. It's gonna be an easy meal. Let's dive into it. I'm gonna start out with a little bit of garlic here. Unfortunately, my garlic is kind of on its last leg. That's okay. Salvage a little bit. Well, I'm not overly excited about the garlic situation, but the onion's nice and fresh, so we'll throw some in there. Just getting the rice going here. It's got lots of time to sit and get fluffy. There's a couple different ways to tell if the mussels are safe to eat. You can put them in water, and the ones that float to the top are dead. Don't eat those. Or if you let them sit, they'll open up and you give them a whack on something, and then they'll close. If they don't close, they're dead. Don't eat them. Sometimes they close really quick, sometimes it's kind of slow. As long as they close, you're good to go. Ha! Rhyme. A lot of recipes call for white wine. I'm not going back to town to get more supplies, so we're just doing pretty basic ingredients today. Put in a fair bit of butter, a little bit of water. It'd be nice to have some avocado or some cucumber, but we don't. The only other necessary ingredient, seaweed. We could go pick ours from the beach, but it tastes a little bit too oceany for me. That's what it looks like. All right, she's up to a boil. So we're gonna put in this big guy, cover him up. You really should have a lid that has a good seal on it, but this mussel's too big, so not the best steaming ever, but that's okay. Hindsight being 2020, I think I should have steamed this in the crab pot, but that's okay. The shell did open. Oh, it's hot. Oh yeah. This is the biggest mussel I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Look at the size of this mussel. This thing is no joke. Well, it's 100,000 degrees, but have a look at this mussel. Unbelievable. I didn't want to ruin the presentation of this glorious big mussel, so I just cut a piece off. But all you do is you take a piece of seaweed, put some rice on it, put a little bit of veg on it. I cut up some pickles. You can use whatever you want. Get creative. Have some fun with it. Put your meat. There you go. A little DIY sushi. It's delicious. Welcome to Haida Gwaii, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, and I'll catch you on the next one.